Hello, this is Dennis Newberry. I'm a product manager for TrueSight Operations Management, and today I wanted to walk you through my AIX remote monitoring configuration in TrueSight 10.5 using the AIX 1.1 KM running on a Windows patrol agent. So off we go. So here you can see a really simple dashboard that I've created for 3 AIX instances using the configuration that I'm going to show you. But really this is a very simple dashboard that just illustrates some of what you can do with the data available. So I'm going to start by showing you the patrol agent. So if I go into configuration and manage devices, I have configured CLM AUS 015364 as my remote monitoring patrol agent, and on this agent I have the AIX 1.1 KM. So I'm just going to show you that right now. And in the process I'm going to show you this query patrol agent feature, which I think is really neat. So we have some canned queries here. One of them is active KMs. You can execute PSL commands in here. Alright, and you can see right here AIX OS 1.1 is active on this particular patrol agent. So I'm going to move on and show you my infrastructure policy, the monitoring policy that is activating the monitoring here. So in this case I have this AIX remote policy, and if I go into this policy and edit, you can see that in my agent selection criteria I have it essentially hard-coded to use the one patrol agent that I showed you a moment ago. And I will go into my monitoring solution here. So I have one monitoring configuration. And in here you can see that I have the 1.1 version of the KM, and I am monitoring 3 remote AIX hosts. These 3 hosts are actually based in Israel, and my patrol agent is based in Austin, Texas. So I can add as many remote hosts in here as I'd like. Really the limitation is based on the amount of data that you intend to collect and with the frequency that you intend to collect it at. So the boundary would be based on network bandwidth in most cases. So I'm just going to show you an example of the configuration for Everest 07. So if I go in here, take a look at what I have configured, just give you an idea of what options are available here within CMA for this particular KM. So obviously you provide the host configuration. What host are we talking to on which ports? We offer both password-based authentication as well as key-based authentication. And then there are 2 different configuration options, either standard or advanced monitoring, which offer you slightly different options. So in this case, you can see the sort of things that I have selected: CPU, memory, network, and so on. You can also enable process monitoring. We allow regular expressions here in the process name string. We also allow you to define the max number of processes and threshold criteria in here. I don't have that enabled in this particular monitor. And then the same thing for file systems. We have inclusion and exclusion file systems using expressions, as well as for disks, which I'm not doing disk monitoring. That's the basic configuration. I have 3 hosts being monitored here. I'm not really going to go into the other 2 for the purposes of this demonstration, but I want to show you some of what's available from what I've collected already. So if I go into monitoring and devices, and I'm going to look at this Everest 07 server that we just looked at a moment ago. Under monitors, you can see here's my patrol agent, Everest 07, AIX OS, and then here are the 4 categories of things that I've collected: CPU, memory, network, and storage. So just drilling down into each of these, this particular server has 4 CPUs, and if I just click on one, you can see that I've been collecting CPU for a while today. That is essentially all I intended to cover. I just wanted to illustrate the ability to do patrol agent query from TrueSight presentation server. I wanted to show you that you can do remote host monitoring using AIX 1.1 or 1.0, and that monitoring is available either on the Windows patrol agent or Linux patrol agent. Thank you for your time.